Wednesday the 8th, full body. We only have one part, 5, 6, or 7 rounds. We have renegade rows, alternating forward lunge with a hammer curl, standing side crunch per side, and a squat with a press out. So, renegade rows. And it's all 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Or kneeling. Okay. Alternating forward lunge with hammer curl. Standing side crunch per. So you can do this with a weight or without a weight. Switch sides. If you do use a weight, use a light hand weight. Like this is 8 pounds. You don't really need any more than that. Probably be perfect with like a 5 pound. And then squat with a press out. Also, don't need a heavy weight for this. Or you can have one in each hand. Okay, all right, renegade rows. So this one, you're supposed to hold onto the weight the entire time. The reason that I don't is because depending on what type of dumbbell you have, your weight might roll. And like even on my carpet, because these are not like steel, they have like that neoprene over them. They are hexagon, but they still move a little bit. So what I started doing is I just keep my hands on the outside of the weight and I keep the weight on the ground the whole time. So you're going to put your hands on the outside of the weights, get into high plank position, open up your stance a little bit because we're gonna be balancing on one hand, and you grab the weight, you row back. So like our one arm rows or just our bent over rows, row back, down, switch hands. Row back, down, switch, row, switch, row, switch, row. So notice that my body is not moving unless I'm transferring my weight onto my other hand, okay? So I'm not doing this, I'm not pulling this way, I'm not rocking around, I don't have my butt way up. I'm trying to stay nice and neutral and just pull my shoulder blade back, down. Pull your shoulder blade down, okay? If you need to do it kneeling, same thing. Okay? Forward lunge with hammer curls. We talked about lunges before. I'm not going to go over the form of that. This time we're just adding a hammer curl. Your hammer curl looks like this. It's just a bicep curl where you hold the weight the long way, like that, okay? So every time you go forward, you're going to curl. Curl, return. Curl, return. Curl, 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 okay? Pretty, not that it's easy, but easy to explain. Standing side crunch. So what I was saying was you could use a light hand weight if you want. You don't have to. But what you are essentially doing is you're going to stand, you're going to lean to one side. That side's going to hold all of your weight so this leg can move. You're going to reach up over your head. So you can put your hand to your hip, down to your side. Doesn't matter, out if you want balance, whatever. You could actually hold on to a chair or a wall or something if you want. But you're going to crunch elbow to knee, return, crunch, return, crunch, return. Notice how light I am on this foot. So I don't come here and then go down, come here, go down. I never put the weight on this foot beside on my toe. So I'm always kind of leaned over, okay? This is what it should look like. Now again, you can add a light hand weight, okay? So what I do is because I am fairly flexible, I try not to do literal elbow to literal knee because it just stops me because I could keep going farther. So a lot of times what I try to do is put my elbow either in front or behind so that my leg can keep going, okay? So I can crunch even farther, all right? Then you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And our squat with our press out. So this is a squat and your press out looks like this. Out, in, if you're holding a dumbbell in each hand, out, in, okay? So this actually works best with like a plate, like if you had a barbell, which I don't have. Well, I do, but they're weird, I don't like them. So I just use my dumbbells. So you can either do a cross like this, squat, press, stand, squat, press, stand, or again, you can have one in each hand, squat, press, stand, squat, press, stand. So in my opinion, one in each hand is harder, and it also allows you to hold more weight, okay? So you will do whatever works best for you, but that is your squat press out, and that's Wednesday the 8th.